We are back. The game is starting. And Elder Titan's been fixed, so even though he's not in this pool, there's a Morphling and a Techies. Wow.
You finally got it. There's also a Brewmaster, a Tiny, Jerax Tusk, and the Ancient Apparition. DK, first ban. Wow, they did not like that Rezo DK. Viper also still in the pool. Nasty hero. Viper and PA, so that'll be quite the conundrum if they both make it through.
Yeah, there's a lot of good heroes. Storm is always one of those crazy heroes, too.
Yep.
You can't always pick counters to him in Captain's Draft. And the biggest counter, I would say, other than like an anti-mage, would be any kind of root, like an Underlord.
Dude, the stuns are very weak this game. This is actually an amazing Storm game.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, what?
Well, it's also technically a good Morphling game as a result of that as well, right? Of course, I haven't really seen the new Morphling, so I can't really speak to how powerful it is.
Well, Jack seems to like it. But
yeah, it's gone. He likes it so much he doesn't want the other team to have it. Question is will anybody actually pick Techies?
Well,
Notel
Mouz
used to
had
play
an
this
option, I think, the other day and did not.
Notel used to play Techies, the old one, though. No idea who plays this new weird version.
I'm going to guess he won't be touched. Unless you get like a 5 melee draft or something, and it's just like, I do really like the Storm, though. Storm is very strong.
Why is Resolution tweeting at me during the game? Unacceptable.
What's he saying?
I told Fly that I liked his Dark Willow. I said, nice Dark Willow. And he said, excellent hero. And then, of course, the Resolution tweets, thanks for appreciating my Void.
To tweet back, I liked your Chrono on S4.
That's a good idea. I will do that.
Yeah, burn him. Get him, dude. Anyone else want to... Can you come up with some more burns for Sunsfan?
Yes, please. I could use... I'm not actually great at coming up with some witty responses like that on Twitter, for sure. Yeah, a lot of great heroes in the pool, though. I really want to see an Alchemist game. I know you guys might think I'm crazy, but I love me some Alchemist. Because then I can just talk about Aghanim Scepters the whole game.
True. But
only 2 more bans to go. I'm surprised with the Dragon Knight ban. That is a little bit surprising to me.
Yeah, I would think so with like Viper and stuff. I would have been more leaning towards that hero being banned out. But do you think Mouz are thinking about going Viper and PA, and then maybe get like an Ogre Magi, a Brewmaster, and then what's your 4? Maybe a Disruptor. You just go Disruptor and Ogre together. All right, I finished their draft, guys. No, Tusk. Okay, there you. So it looks like OG will get their Tusk here. I don't think Mouz will take it first overall. So OG are likely to get Tusk +1 in the first 2, unless they think it's really unlikely Mouz take it, and then they could wait for the 3rd pick.
Sorry, I'm responding to Resolution again. All right, I'm done. All right, I'm done responding, guys. We're good.
Okay.
And my mic is delayed again, so I need to fix that. 1 sec. And we're good. Thanks for joining us.
Rezo's response?
Yes, of course.
You want to see my kill? I needed to prevent that. Smart.
Man, they're taking a long time on this last ban. They're really thinking about what they want to leave open. Because on the side of Mouse, they will get the first pick, but OG can get 2 prime heroes for themselves right afterwards.
Can't believe how much Batrider's been seen today. Does he have lane counters this time? He has the Slark and the Weaver again. But that's it.
Medusa has been in like every draft. Slark has been very common. We haven't really seen much Viper, though. The first couple days, we saw Viper every day, and then not much since.
Alina ban. Yeah, that's interesting. Out of all the heroes, so it feels like they just want to leave a bunch of them. They're going to take the Viper first. Definitely agree with that, because that blocks out the PA for your opponents.
Yes. Blocks out a lot of stuff, potentially, right? Like, Axe freaking counter helix just doesn't work. Who else has a good passive you
Yeah,
can
if he
block?
blinks in and calls on top. I mean, Echo Slam was the other one we were talking about, like Earthshaker.
Right.
Pretty annoying.
All right, we're going to see an S4 Brew.
And will they take the Tusk as well, or is there something more important? Maybe one of the 5s, like AA is pretty strong, but they take the Disruptor. Okay. Probably the other best support.
Yeah, pretty good against Viper, I would say. From a support standpoint, at least. Not many supports can say that.
The other cool thing about Captain's Draft is that there's no other bans throughout the rest of the phase, right? So, like, you can actually plan pretty well. You don't have to pick PA here just because you, like, blocked it out, right? Because there's no second round of banning where OG are like, well, we can't pick PA, but we don't want you to have it. So it allows even more flexibility when you open up with these super strong block picks, as it were.
That's a good point. You can just 5th pick PA and not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But then again, OG can... I know this is crazy, Trent. I know. All right.
Oh,
I'm telling you before. I know it's crazy.
Insane.
This is a 1437 special. You know what I'm going to say?
Support PA.
That's right. Position 4 PA.
A Lil special, if I'm not mistaken.
Lil started that trend?
I think he invented that along with his Weaver, but...
Okay.
I do remember 1437 spamming a bunch in NA, so maybe he was first.
Yeah, but the problem is the Stifling Dagger is so garbage at level 1 now. No range at all, so... Highly doubt we're going to see that. But the Ogre AA, some prime picks for support here for Mouse. And what does that leave for a second support on OG side? What do you have? You have Tusk. Okay, they love Tusk. They love Phoenix. Not sure if they want Phoenix this game, though.
Tusk seems like the obvious one, for sure. You can snowball dodge quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, I think that's, well, the no-brainer. I think Wraith King's very nice for Mouse Force as well. Having it with the stun with the AA will give you a really strong lane up against the Brewmaster early, and he'd be kind of forced to play into you.
Mm-hmm.
And they already have a Disruptor, so they definitely don't want to do any sort of aggro plays with like Disruptor and Cores coming up to fight into your Wraith King and AA. So their laning stage would be really strong.
How's Weaver for resolution this game?
For Rezo, looks pretty good. They'll take a different sneaky snake, slithering around.
Yeah, I was thinking about Medusa. I feel like you just can't do anything against Viper mid though. Possible they put him in another lane.
Weaver.
Okay, they take both then. Which one's a no-tail here? No-tail is a Medusa then, right?
Well, I think it'll be Medusa mid, but I don't know who will play what. It could go either way, right? Because they can both. I would think it would be Rezo to me on the Medusa. I feel like he's better at the hard farmers and better at maximizing his potential and whatnot.
All right, I'm going to disagree.
Weaver would rather fight.
If this is a core Weaver, I think Rezo plays it. But we'll see. You're right. It could go either way. I'm just used to no-tail being kind of the core that's in front, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But this could, in all theory, be a position 4 Weaver too, right?
Yeah, I kind of like that idea, honestly. I'm leaning more towards that. I don't think they're going to last pick the Tusk. But they could. They have the flexibility.
So if this is a position... Well, let's look at Mouse Force Slime since this is the last 2 picks coming out here.
We also talked about the Storm being still in, right? So
yeah.
There's a possibility that ends up being the last one. And they take the Axe. Do they want to commit for the PA? Do they still want the Wraith King?
Or do they want techies?
Can you imagine? Yes, this is a safe lane Viper mid AA, and it's techies. Easiest game of my life.
You never know, man. They might want to throw a curveball here.
All right, let's see. What do they want? They take the TB.
Terror Blade. Okay. And this is a definite... Well, I'm not saying he's going to get it for sure, but I'm saying it's definitely good as Ags Medusa is very good this game.
Got some value. Okay, they just go right in, and it's the Bat Rider.
Okay.
Does it say 4 Panda or a... kind of feel like it's going to be a...
It could be a 4 Weaver or a 4 Bat. All right, well, you were right about Rezo playing Medusa. No tail on Brew.
Okay, that makes sense, right? The safe lane Brew and then the S4 Bat and the Jerax Weaver.
All right.
Wow, look at Fly's Disruptor. Damn.
That's pretty pimped out.
Yeah, that looks nice. There's some Mortal Kombat shit going on right here.
But Mouse Sports has the 2 remodels, man. Viper and AA on the same team.
Good point.
How can you beat that?
Does not have that fresh new Viper cosmetic though.
Yeah, but the Immortal is there, so that's all that's needed. All right, well, this is going to be a very interesting game. I'm not even sure whose lineup I like more, honestly. If I had to favor one, I would say OG's. But Mouse Sports has really good push. Viper and Terrorblade.
I think I like Mouse Sports because I think OG's is very single core focused on the Resolution Medusa, and then they have the Ancient Apparition. So if they can get some good Ice Blasts off, as well as just some solid stuns and lockdown by Skylark, then I like what Mouse have built themselves here.
All right, I'm gonna make some calls.
Rezo needs a lot of items.
Yeah, Rezo needs a lot of items. They need to delay the game as long as possible. See if he gets Ags or not. I'm gonna guess Aeon Disc on No Tail this game. I'm making a call. And Aghanims on the Weaver, Jerax. Imagine time-lapsing Medusa, and they put all their spells on her. Sounds really strong.
True. If he can actually get farmed, that'd be pretty hype.
I mean, it's Jerax. Come on, buddy. You got it. You got it.
Well. Still has to play Sport Weaver. So they don't swap anything after. We're all on the same here. So this will be cool. Get to watch a No-Tail Brewmaster heading to the mid lane. And it will be Rezo safe on the Dusa. And still going to be the mid Viper. So nothing too crazy. How's that going to go mid, though? Breaking the passive
get wrecked.
Of the Brewmaster.
He is going to get wrecked.
With an Ogre also probably coming in just for those early levels, too, to be obnoxious.
I mean, No-Tail's used to sacking his lane, right? And this might be the prime example of that exactly.
At least he has the taunt. Okay. Oh, wait, he's rolling on that box. This makes no sense.
That's true.
The lore. Won't someone think of the lore?
The physics in this game are broken. They're broken. Man, he has great dexterity.
Has not yet been invented in the pirate days, it would seem.
They weren't thinking about the cosmetics when they made this taunt, that's for sure.
It is a smart cosmetic, though, because he's a pirate, and you don't want something that rolls on a boat. You want it as a square.
Yeah, no, that's true. Definitely logical. Looks like Mouse are going to be able to get their own rune here. Fire Blast onto No-Tail. He's just going to TP to the lane to block the creeps. We'll get some evasion in there. Oh, that was actually evasion from the high ground, not from his passive. So Thug versus, with this new Nether Toxin, expect No-Tail to have a rough time, but we'll see what Fly and potentially Jerax have to say about that as far as the rotations are concerned. And Skylark's just going to steal this wave. Doesn't have counter Helix leveled up as of yet. Going to eat a Tango here. See, we have a wraparound bottom as well. Skylark looks to be fine. To keep an eye on these other lanes, make sure I don't miss first blood, my friend.
Oh, I'm there. I'm on it.
Skylark, all right. He's going to connect the waves. He's going to get a lot of XP as a result of this. Fly. Thunderstrike. Not enough mana for the third one. And Fly gets a little bit of experience out of this, but Skylark now level 2.
God,
nicely done.
Jerax and Spartan are just running around in circles of the wave here. Jerax being so annoying back here. I think he's trying to stack the waves so they'll push or something. And because now the whole dire wave is going to fall in, and then he's going to let the wave go. I mean, he'll try and pull it back if he can, but he doesn't even have to at this point because the wave will just push up to S4 because they've blocked the small camp. So it's a nice little strat here.
Yeah, S4 and his patented Bat Rider. See what he can get out of this game. Madara yet to use. How early do you use Metamorphosis in lane? You don't just use it right away?
Right away. Yeah, a lot of the times. I mean, right now he didn't need to, though.
Mm-hmm.
There was no contest, really.
I don't know about this Axe cosmetic, by the way. This face.
You know, I'm down. I like it. I think it's cool.
I know you do.
It's definitely very Warhammer.
Well, yeah, it was the Warhammer chest, so you are accurate there. I never played Warhammer though, so I have no allegiance, if you will.
I'm not a lie, but I can recognize it. I can give some respect here.
Okay, fine. 5 stacks of sticky napalm onto Madara. Make it 6. think
Not
that's
very
gonna
much
be,
threat, though. He's right under the tower.
Yeah.
Just allows S4 to clean the... Oh, nice. Oh, 8. Oh, God.
That's nice. When you get to like 8 or 9, it just becomes so filthy. If only he had a level in... do you think he'd just go for it? If he had his Firefly? Probably pretty risky, though.
Bit dangerous. He can just stand still in the cold feet or something. Well, I mean, I guess he has the killing touch, but he's holding level 2, so yeah, he could have cold feet. But Jarex didn't end up pulling the wave that much, so it never ended up pushing out. So S4 is still stuck at 1, but now the wave comes. Oh, the pull. That's a hard pull to get these days, too.
Mid lane, Jerax gets a couple right clicks off. The Shikushi damage as well. But the pull! Thug, they're actually going to dive this, it looks like. Jerax, no Shikuchi for another couple seconds. He's going to go for it. Lots of damage onto No Tail. They're not going to be able to find the skill. Will he be able to get the courier? That Rhinoceros is back in the fray.
That attack slow from the Viper is what screwed him from the corrosive skin.
And he has a TP available, and will likely just do so here. And away he goes.
Arm winding up and so slow.
Yeah, fly now. So they're doing a nice job of zoning Thug. Only level 2 right now. Has yet to get the Nether Toxin. I'm not sure what level you get it. I'm guessing 3, but we'll see. Of course, this Drunken Haze is going to be pretty annoying overall for the Viper.
I think most matchups, we've seen a lot of people just skip the Nether Toxin because people just play around it a lot, or, you know, it doesn't have as big of an impact compared to just stacking on the Poison Attack and the Corrosive. I could see it being like a 2-1-1 maybe, but for now, second point Poison Attack, definitely the value pick.
Yeah,
and even if he gets Nether Toxin, it's not going to handle the very obnoxious Drunken Haze.
Skylar's going to TP in the face of danger. And there you see the Madara Metamorphosis being used. And I don't know, S4 is getting pretty good experience in this lane, I have to say. He's going to be overall happy with how things have transpired mid lane. Thunderclap goes off for Brew.
Until trying to play a bit aggro there, but having to use this clap is really painful. That's 4 Drunken Hazes he misses out on now.
Is that the math? Gracious, that's true. That's crazy. Oh, Jerax is coming in from the side. No Tail's in a lot of trouble. Better be careful here. Thug has the poison attack available. Will not commit, though. Yeah, Spartan, though, puts himself in a weird position. And it doesn't look like Jerax is going to be able to do a whole lot. Only level 1 still. So no Swarm as of yet. Fly getting hounded by the Battle Hunger.
Away. Yeah, he's going to get the room because of it. And Jerax, though. Oh, he's going.
Oh, he's got it. Skylark getting a taste of his own medicine. He's always up with those bounty runes. It's S4.
Same thing down bottom with S4 versus the AA, but AA will just TP home.
S4 about to hit level 4 right now. Madara looking at the CS 26 and 11 versus 25 and 9 on the way of the Medusa. Played by Resolution. We'll be going for the Mask of Madness. No surprise there.
The level 1 value of Drunken Haze is just so ridiculous. And without any sort of Nether Toxin, it's made this lane very nice for No Tail. There's no way for him to really deal with the creeps without his right clicks. Can't harass him down enough. They didn't start early with a support really in the mid. They're going to try and make a rotation here before No Tail 6. But it's not the easiest kill.
Yeah, they're going to be standing on the sidelines, and No Tail might be in some trouble here. There's the Fire Blast on top of the Ice Vortex. And doesn't look like the Cold Feet will proc, but it's not going to matter. His first blood goes the way of Mouse Sports. And
one less step down the river, and he would have been okay.
Yeah, but this was not a big surprise. We talked about how he'd be struggling in the mid lane. Surprised he has lived until... In fact, he's out-leveling Thug right now, which is really surprising.
I mean, because they eventually did bring the Ogre in, and so he was dual laning for a bit, but at that point he had enough levels that everything was fine. Now that's a bit surprising.
Yes.
I'm not sure what happened there. But now he's level 7 on Rezo.
Yeah, Jerax and Fly both level 2. I think actually going to find S4 now. He's going to be fine here. Going to pop that Firefly. Jerax looking for potential kill here.
Smoked up.
Yeah. Yep, there comes the Swarm. Shikuchi on top. Thunderclap I'm sure is going to be used. And Fly, no glimpse, but not really needed. So they end up trading kills, in theory, in the mid lane with the help of each respective support. MNT has the Invis rune now. He's going to show himself here, S4. Looks like that tier 1 tower, though, was taken out. It's going to be taken out here soon. Yeah, S4's in a lot of trouble. On top of that Ice Vortex, he is extremely slow. Just hounding him.
Yeah, nice little play there from Dara. Combination with the Metamorphosis. Thank you, supports. Give me some free gold. Mid lane, they have the split here.
I hear Berserker's call onto creeps. Gracious me, Skylar's going to town on those bad boys.
No tail.
Yeah, no tail. Yeah, he's got the split off. Fly is here, but he's only level 2. I'm not sure if they have enough damage. We'll see. Support coming in. Jerax has the swarm as well. I'm not sure if it connected or not, but the Shikuchi should be enough to finally get this kill on Viper. Skylark with a big Berserker's call, though. Will he be able to do enough damage? He took a lot of damage from those creeps, so he started at a half HP. That might cost him. He gets the Culling Blade, though.
Nice.
And the Thunder Strike, the last proc might be enough to take him out. At 9 HP, he lives. And Fly, trying to deny himself, will not get away with it this time.
That was a lot of space from No Tail. They had a siege wave in there too, so this catapult has been hitting away this entire time and taking about almost 80% of the HP's tower, or the HP of the tower that whole time, so it's nearly dead.
And the tier 1 tower, of course, was taken eventually by Madara. To be expected with Metamorphosis being so strong in that regard. Skylark might be getting ganked here. Resolution has the Mystic Snake. It's going to deal a lot of damage if it connects. In fact, it deals like half his HP in damage. Oh, that's rough. And they should be able to get this tier 1 in turn.
Okay, so very even right now. Only a 1k lead for the Radiant. What are you doing?
He took the last hit of the tower.
Oh, nice. And someone's got to pay for the wards, you know. It takes the bounty rune, too.
Indeed. Oh,
There
actually might be some action here. Connect field is used. Spartan gets off the Fire Blast. He's going to get chased down here. Jerax has the Swarm if needed, but the Glimpse brings him back into a horrible position. And you have to think that eventually they'll be able to find this kill. It might take a bit, though, as he is super tanky. Resolution will net another one for himself.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Madara has been pushing in the bottom lane, but S4 is able to clean it up. Helps him get to level 6. He's holding the point in case he needs a lasso.
Yeah, S4
unlikely
level
he
6.
can get a kill.
What is he? Is there anything coming on the card? He's pretty poor. Pretty poor right now.
Anyways, 18 last hits.
Is this a game where you still go drums, or you just try to get that blink now as fast as possible?
I would probably get a blink so I could work with the next Panda ulti. But it'll depend on where he's at, when, like, what the cooldowns are like and stuff.
Man, Skylark. That is actually insane how much minus armor that really takes into effect here with Resolution. Well, he might it might cost him his life, though. The Skylark is here. See if he can survive through this Berserker's Call. Nope. The Mystic Snake just rips right through him. He's going to attempt to TP out. Will he get so out successfully? No, the Fire Blast is there. He's going to try to do as much damage to that Mask of Madness, but the Cold Feet and Madara with the last right click.
That's worth.
Yeah, that medallion, though. That medallion was super value. Oh, AA ult. Doesn't look like it's going to hit.
He's holding, hoping he'd juke back, but not going to happen. So, looks like they split mid to get the kill on the Viper. While that was happening top, so Thug went down.
Yeah, Jerax is level 3 now, so medallion, no boots. We'll be going boots next, and then I assume a Solar Crest will be the first item for him. Yeah, then the old eggs.
He's going to get this tower mid, perhaps? No, he's not going to go for it. He's only level 3. Yeah, he can't afford to pop up visible.
Yeah, but that leaves Madara up the top lane. He takes out that with relative ease.
Oh, there's a haste rune here on S4. They don't know Skylark's here, though. See Fireflies, they're going to be pleasantly surprised with how close he is.
Man, he's damaged a bit from the creeps
so
as well.
Close to death.
Well, let's see if they can find him. No, they're going to go for the mid. They're going to go for the mid. Thug is going to get lassoed into a swarm, into the Thunder Strike as well. Look how far away he is. In horrible position. The glimpse on the TPing support, so that's not going to happen. And No Tail will claim that for himself.
Jack's able to TP home before dying. And that's a Blink Dagger done for No Tail. And 1,500 gold for S4 as well. And oh, geez, Fly's still being chased here.
Yeah.
Didn't even realize.
Just trying to get that desperate battle hunger for the last hit, but
Ice Blast.
Ice
Going
Blast.
for the big snipe, but yeah, Fly, he's thinking about it.
And the mid tower goes down. It will be denied by MNT. An Urn on Spartan? That's actually a really fast Urn on Ogre, I have to say. It feels like a fast Urn. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of Ogres lately have been getting absolutely 0 farm from their team. Got, what, 10 last hits? There you go. That'll help you out. Hasn't died too much either.
And the crazy thing is he's the same level as their mid.
Oh.
Thug is level... He just hit level 7 now.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
That's been interesting. I mean, what's Rezo? 12?
Yeah.
Madara, 10.
Well, I mean, Panda... Or No-Tail was up 4 levels at that point. Now up 3. That is substantial. I was not expecting that. I thought Viper would have a really easy time. Well, MNT takes the Thunderclap, the right click, and the death. And this is where OG can just kind of 5-man. They have Stone Gaze. They have No-Tail's Blink. They have Static Storm. They have the Wombo combo, if you will. And the scan comes out. They're going to see that fly is in the area. But this tier 1 tower will be the next target for OG. Well, they will find fly. Oh, I heard a Viper Strike go off.
Yeah, it's on No-Tail. He's going to try and TP. And they don't have any more catch. Blink still on CD for Skylark. And Battle Cry. Or Berserker's Call at the same time, so...
Resolution able to take the tier 1 by himself, so kind of countering the Madara factor, if you will. Who is now mid lane with the Metamorphosis available to him. We'll pop it. And this tier 1 tower is going to take a lot of damage. No-Tail, though, has the Blink, Clap, and ulti available. He will use all of them in quick succession. S4 trying to come in. Nice Static Storm onto Terrorblade. Cannot use his Sunder, and he will drop with that Metamorphosis activated. Resolution with the Stone Gaze. Are they able to find anybody else? Jerax gets called, though. MNT with an ult. It's going to connect on a couple heroes, but he'll die shortly after. It looks like Axe is next on the list, and OG looking to take this game. Thug. Still no Nether Toxin. Not that it's going to help him here. Attempting to TP out. Will do so successfully. A big fight for OG as they take this into a 3 to 4K lead.
Yeah, jeez, they just have no save up against the Static Storm. That is pretty rough. Terrorblade's caught inside right now. I mean, later on, if he's a bit tankier, it might be okay, but for now, he's still so squishy. Absolutely destroyed. And No-Tail, the micro gamer, he's looking towards that Aghanims.
Oh, Jerax. He time lapses the Viper Strike and then goes back to the same HP he was, essentially, after the damage over time. Resolution is so far ahead. Holy Jesus.
So are the rest of the heroes, too, though. I mean, like Brewmaster and the Bat Rider, also very high in the net worth.
Yeah, looking forward to maybe Skylark getting some good initiations off here with that smoke in his inventory. Perhaps looking to get a fight going right now. Of course, Madara doesn't have Metamorphosis to use for another minute.
They do have another minute where there's no split, though, so it is, as you said, tempting to maybe try and get something going with Skylark. However, their damage burst is not that high without Metamorphosis. The Viper's so far behind. I mean, he has Aquila. That's it.
Yeah.
And he can buy treads if he wants.
He's thinking about going for a bigger ticket item, it looks like.
Yeah.
Might be scouted out here by the Swarm. Indeed he is. Medallion is there. And he's going to get ulted again. We'll have to time-lapse this off. And we'll do so. So Thug just kind of annoying. Or Jerax kind of annoying Thug. He's creating some space here. AA ult is on the way. Not going to hit Jerax, though. And
but
look how much space is being created here.
They're really trying to get the skill backs, but they can't quite find him. Oh, and Dire Scan won't catch the fact that he actually did rotate in here on the Axe. So Jerax is probably going to think that this Viper's alone, and this might cause him to die.
Yeah, no time lapse available. Gets the Swarm off. The Berserker's Call will miss at the last moment.
And now the rest of the Dire are closing in.
Oh boy.
And
yeah, reinforcements on the way. Thug knows to TP out. He'll be successful. Skylark, Blink available.
Has no TP, buys one, and TP's home very quickly. Nicely done.
Oh.
All right, big saves.
Space created again on the other side this time. So Mousesport's doing a good job there. That leaves Madara to free farm bottom. And he's second in net worth. Still quite a ways away from Medusa, though, as she's just been ancienting. And she can almost get Scotty. Just needs a point booster.
He hasn't had to do anything this game.
Yeah, we saw one Stone Gaze. Didn't really do anything, but... Oh, we have a Primal Split used. They want to find the Madara kill. Doesn't really have reinforcements are coming. Skylark gets a call on 2. Stun was onto Terrorblade. There comes a okay, the lasso onto Ancient Apparition. That's a dead MNT if I've ever seen one. Here comes the Stone Gaze as well, and Terrorblade in a lot of trouble. Not able to get the Sunder off, and Thug looks to be next. And this is just falling out of control here for Mouz, as OG wants to finish this series to qualify for the Captain's Draft Minor.
Very nice aggressive play there from OG. I mean, it didn't look that perfect of initiation, right? Like, it's just No-Tail saying, hey, I found the guy that we need to kill, and they can't do anything, so I'm just going to ult, and it lasts a pretty damn long time, right? 18-second ultimate. They were pretty far away, but they're mobile. They've got a Bat Rider. They've got a Disruptor with very long range, and nice toss-up onto the Wind Panda to set up for the Static Storm, and OG just firing away here, and once again, it's just Rezo. Doesn't have to do anything. I mean, he has 8 kills, but those were all quite a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and the bane of the Terrorblade's existence has been the Static Storm from Fly. Has not been able to get a successful Sunder off in any of these fights, and they're going to go for kind of a YOLO Roche.
OG just pinged. They saw the smoke. They think that they're... No-Tail just drew the line, thinking they might be coming in mid here. But yeah, it is the Roche instead. And so
Perhaps
now they backed away.
not as YOLO as I thought, though.
No-Tail's... Or sorry, it's Fly, rather. But he's saying they're up here. Now he scans. He says, wait, they're not up here. Oh, shit, guys. I think they're in Roche.
Yeah, well, Roche is going to go the way of Mouz. I mean, very smart play, though, because Primal splits down, Stone Gaze down, Static Storm down. They're coming up now, but not in time to save Roche as Madara gets that Aegis.
Arcane Rune on No-Tail, huge.
And he's actually going for Aghanim Scepter. Oh, man.
Yeah, man. It's the micro gamer.
That is sick. That's true. That's awesome. So I guess he has to get the Thunderclap slow at level 15. We'll see, though. He might just go for the Magic Resist still. It's really good this game. If we get to that point, 6K lead, it's not insurmountable for Mouz. I feel like they can definitely still win this game, but OG is snowballing out of control, and resolution is the main issue right now. Nobody can touch him.
Man, if he ults and just keeps drunken hazing the Madara, though, that's gonna be so frustrating. That's all their damage, and he's gonna have it now in the ultimate form as well. On the Wind Panda.
Now we're gonna have some TP support from the No-Tail. Jumps in with the clap, gets the Berserker's Call. Nope, he actually missed it. The Primal Split comes up. Terrorblade trying to Sunder. He gets it off. Nice. Finally, we'll take out S4 in turn, but there's the Static Storm into the kinetic field. That's the Aegis down. Viper looks to be next. JRX trying to position himself nicely to get that kill. Berserker's Call into the AA ult. Trying to get the Culling Blade up, but Fly will die regardless. And TB at half HP right now. Where's the Medusa in all this? He is bottom lane, just playing his own game. Playing the anti-mage game, if you will.
Yeah, they're earning up here, though. They're all pretty healthy again on the Radiant. Yep.
Berserker's Call. Skylark will find No-Tail. Gets the break as well with another Toxin. He's actually stuck in this position, so no evasion for you. But there comes the Stone Gaze from Resolution. They're able to clean up Skylark in the end. Madara attempting to get out. Will they have enough right clicks to take him? No, it's going to be close. He barely gets out.
That's his Hurricane Pike finished up now, too. So this should help him avoid these Static Storms. Well, that was a big fight for the Radiant. At least it feels like they showed they can actually take an engagement under decent circumstances. It's just so hard for them to... They don't have that instant burst down of on a target or something. Even if they hit them with a call and an Ice Blast or something, it's still very difficult without the Terrorblade within like attack range to actually kill someone during the Berserker's Call. And that means someone like No-Tail is going to get off their ultimate, or the same thing with the Medusa. Difficult.
Yeah, OG's lineup is just... If it clicks together this early, then it feels very difficult to do anything. I mean, we're talking about a position for Weaver. I mean, we talked about this at the beginning of the game, but it's not that easy to get this much farm on a Weaver, right? He has the Solar Crest. We'll be getting Ags at some point, and once that happens, I do not know how you kill Resolution.
Yeah, that'll be nearly
It becomes
impossible.
what? Is it a 10-second cooldown on time lapse? I can't remember what it is.
14 or something,
Ags.
I feel like. 16. That's what it is.
16 seconds. Pretty dirty. Well, Madara, all they can really do, or I would assume, is to try to split push as much as they can. AA ult will not connect on anyone. I mean, that's the thing. Mouz can push really fast.
Yeah. They have the meta, but there's also a glyph, so they can't really do anything.
Oh, they're jumping onto fly. That's going to be the death of him in all likelihood. They'll take him. Bat Rider.
Blow him up.
S4.
Jumps
in. He gets the lasso. Gets stunned right off the bat, though. He might be in a lot of trouble. He does get Skylark onto the high ground, but that urn will tick him down. Medusa, Stone Gaze, not able to find anybody. Skylark TP's out in the face of danger again.
Okay. That's a nice couple of picks. Didn't get the glyph out of them, but still very nice. And there is a Brewmaster Aghanim's done, I believe, here. It's just on the courier. So yeah, I guess I've never seen this. You get to clap again on your Earth Panda during the ultimate, and then you also get the Drunken Haze onto your Wind Panda.
And you get crit and evasion on your fire.
Yeah, you get the Drunken Brawler.
It's...
Oh, JR's trying to chase the courier here, but...
Well, Thug with the Dragon Lance.
They have an idea where he is. No, they can't find him. They actually scan trying to find him.
I feel really bad for Thug. Games like this, when you're playing Viper, like, what do you do? Skylark actually dodges the the swarm. But Viper has no comeback mechanic. That's the issue with the hero. Oh, man. That was so close.
And now he's smoked on the high ground. That's pretty great. I'm the king of the hill. He feels like he's been farming for so long, and all he's gotten is a Dragon Lance and Treads.
Yeah. I mean, even if he gets his Hurricane Pike, it's not nearly enough.
Butterfly Dusa.
All right. The siege tank has arrived.
Pew, pew.
Now there's the jump in by S4. Can they kill the Ancient Apparition before the Ice Blast comes out? Indeed, and S4 will actually live through that as well.
Mandara's trying to get a trade going here. But again, they have the glyph.
Yeah, glyph was just popped, though, on the side of Mouz. And not sure if OG's going to fully commit or not. They do have somebody here for defense. It's No Tail. Just waiting for...
He isn't
Madara. Resolution just pops that ult just to be able to get that tier 3 and then eventual shrines. He's going to attempt to TP out Skylark. Oh, he actually cancels the TP. With that 4 stuff, actually would have lived, but obviously it was not his. Either way, we'll get away safely. And things still looking pretty good for OG. And I'm still really excited to see this Primal split because... Oh, Skylark jumps in. DD's available. Resolution's going to pick that up. Skylark choosing not to do so. AA ult will connect on a couple of heroes. Fly still available with the Static Storm. Skylark invis. Can they find him? Yes. Eventually they do. And Resolution with DD. This is scary.
So what's different this game than the other Mouz games? Early rotate, like they don't have a early do something hero, I guess. Like there was like the games where they were winning, it felt like those amazing early jug plays from Thug where he was able to just kind of roam around the map and create all this space for Madara, but instead he's stuck on the Viper.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's kind of part of it because he got shut down, and then Viper isn't really a good comeback hero because not only can he not flash farm very well, he also can't like go for big explosive kill ganks or something with an axe. And they haven't had the chance for those big 5-man plays because even though it's been their bread and butter, they're up against a very heavy
jump in on
lineup.
Viper. AA ult will come. It looks like it's going to connect on a couple. Thug extremely low. Gets off the Viper strike but dies shortly after. Resolution just shrugs off that damage pretty much like nothing. But Skylark jumps in. A nice job of the Static Storm used. No Tail pops the ult. Are they going to be able to save the S4? It looks like that's going to be the case. Skylark invis. Takes the Thunderclap from the Panda here. Skylark, and he's going to drop eventually. Stone Gaze is there. Buyback onto the axe. MNT being focused here. And that is a death for him. Does have buyback. Ice Blast up in 10 seconds. Look for him to use that potentially. Meanwhile, top lane, what's happening? Madara trying to focus down this tier 3. Trying to do as much split pushing as he can. JRX gets off the time lapse. He'll be healthy for now. As the tower siege continues. Top lane still. Madara does get the tier 3. He's pretty low, though. See if he'll be able to do anything. Does get JRX. Skylark taking a lot of damage. Will be going down again. That's his dieback, I believe. But my goodness. The Terrorblade does go back to base, and the glimpse for the Viper. Looks like they'll find Fly. Or maybe not. There's not much mana left on Spartan.
He earned him. Bloodlust, get him!
It'll be close. He needs to get a right click off
the
another
ice
kinetic
blast!
field.
MNT! He sniped the Dusa.
Where does she die? Over
Right,
here, damn.
Right in here. TP'd into the shrine, got it from up by the ancients.
All right, well,
He
a
even
successful defense.
Oh, he
For
used
Mouz.
his little W to like run faster and get there. That was hype.
They don't even lose the tier 3. That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's massive. Unfortunately, it's your AA and Ogre, who Ogre 1,078 gold, AA 1156.
Oh my god, AA has more farm than Axe. That is insane. What does he get on this hero? He gotta get Ags, I guess.
Because it's all about Dusa, so you can make it work.
That is pretty insane. Mid lane, Madara. Try to focus down this tier 2 no-tail. No primal split for another 12 seconds. Really wants to hit level 20 and get that extra HP. Although he's not really having issues with them surviving. But we'll probably still get it anyway. Here's the jump in. There's the primal split. Swarm to follow. Do they have vision on Madara? The glimpse back onto Thug. The call comes in. That's a lot of damage being done to the Jerax, and he's going to get dropped. Static Storm on 2. 4 staffs out, though. Terribly in a lot of trouble. Can he get the Sun Drop? No. The lasso is there, and that's going to be the kill of Madara. Finally. Does have buyback, though. There's the jump in. And Mouse Sports are just destroying OG in these little mini engagements without resolution here.
Yeah. And Rezo is back up now, though.
Yeah, he's going to TP in close to Skylark. Can they finish him off? Yeah, they do so quite easily, in fact. And this tier 2 tower still survives. But the continue of the chase here. Resolution has that Scotty in tow. Thug gets that ult off onto the break with that Nether Toxin. And Brewmaster is taking so much damage. No-tail better get out. Has 600 HP. Wait, what happened here? What happened bottom? Bottom lane. When did this happen? Did I miss this?
No, they just took the range racks. They took them earlier in the last fight, I think.
The range racks?
The bottom melee went down for Madara when Rezo killed maybe next time. It was like during that big fight because he was top and then he went home.
Okay. Okay, wow. So this is way closer than I originally thought. Medusa.
That's why the net worth was so close.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, this is going to be a Roshan attempt. A no-tail. He's going to get caught off here. Better be careful. AA Blast will connect. Doesn't have Primal Split to work with. Gets forced up by a teammate. S4, good job. Here's the Stone Gaze Resolution. Pops that Mask of Madness. Trying to go to work on MNT, but the Force Staff is there. So the Stone Gaze is wasted in the end.
Brighton just killed No-Tail.
Yeah, No-Tail is donezo. Well, they're going to try to turn this onto Jerax. Gets off the time lapse at the last second. This fight is kind of split up as Resolution and OG as a whole are trying to get out. Of course, no-tail. So that means Mouse Sports might have a free Roche.
1,500 damage.
Here comes the Swarm. Madara has Sunder available. Resolution, no ult, remember. Jerax, they have a little bit of vision here thanks to the Swarm. Skylark tries to get off a Berserker's Call and the Blade Mail, but nothing there. There's the counter initiation from S4 Resolution. He'd love to have his ult right now, but does not. Trying to right-click. Skylark is dead. Static Storm kinetic field combination. Can they take out Madara? This will be a huge kill. It's going to be close. He does get it off just in time. The right-clicks are enough. That's 3 dead. The Nether Toxin and Poison Attacker are going to be enough to kill out Fly, it looks like, but Thug will trade with his life. And MNT trying to hide to Roshan. Will they find him?
I'm not in here.
Well, we'll see if they can. If he can steal the Aegis, my goodness, this would be big.
No, they saw him. They know.
All right,
well, try and move.
Oh, the Swarm is there,
oh,
and he's dead. Okay, good attempt, my friend. But this is going to be a free Roshan now. All right, and we're getting to that scary point, my friend. Resolution, Aegis has quite a bit of farm. Jerax, 200 away from Ags.
Well, it was a noble effort by the Radiant, but I don't know. It was a bunch of strange fights from OG. You know, they were always down one. No-Tail just dies to an Ogre. But Fly has been definitely the biggest MVP in the last 2 games. The Dark Willow performance, and then this game, his Static Storms have all been amazing.
Yeah. And imagine if he's able to get off this...
counterpick, but...
If he's actually able to get Ags for himself this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, then that'll just be the end of it. There is a butterfly finish here. No, he went butter.
Okay. Well, they have Aegis, they have Cheese, and the next Roche will have Refresher Shard. If Mouse take it, that's an obvious choice. You give it to the Terrorblade, double Metamorphosis. That's essentially his ultimate. And on the side of OG, what would you say? Double Primal Split or Stone Gaze is probably one of those. You can just pop that twice in a row to take racks.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I was thinking about the Brewmaster, but again, it's like, 20 seconds with Aghanims at level 3, so I would probably just keep it on the Medusa. Then again, you could also say, well, that's 40 seconds of Brewmaster, which could also create even more space than 2 Medusa ultis. If Medusa had like a BKB or something, I think it would definitely be her, so maybe it is actually for No-Tail. I think they'll give it to No-Tail knowing them. But
well, Axe jumps in, Weaver. Jerax is going to be able to get off time-lapse. Skylark's in a lot of trouble. Static Storm again onto Terrorblade. Do they have enough damage to take him out with that Thunderclap? It's going to be close. He's very close to dead. And will finally drop to his demise, and Skylark looks to be next. And no buybacks.
They killed the Medusa TP creep, and I thought that might have been enough. That they wouldn't have the damage that they thought they were going to have, but yeah, as he said,
this is a second Rex, I think. Ags on who?
And, just the Brewmaster Aghanims.
Oh, yeah,
really helping out there for the damage.
Yeah, very strong. Well, no buybacks here. They're going to find that out for sure here shortly, as Fly will be taken out, and he apologizes for it. No-Tail jumps in. Thunderclap available. Just zoning for now as Resolutions goes to town on these racks. See if they want to go for a third or not. At the very least, they even up the bottom lane. And Resolution still has Stone Gaze. And yeah, still with the Aegis and the Cheese onto No-Tail. No-Tail with no Primal Split for 40 seconds, though. Resolution. He might even just try to finish this right now. He has nobody with him, though. S4 looking for a possible initiation. Looks like Viper taking some damage on the sideline from Jerax. AA ult will connect on Resolution. Thug gets off the Nether Toxin, but really to no avail. The Berserker's Call's there. Dealing a decent amount of damage to Resolution as he kind of right-clicks himself. The time-lapse with the Ags is there, though. And that's the melee racks. They're going to go for all of it. Resolution has Stone Gaze available. Probably will wait for the Aegis before using it. We'll see. Gets Force Staff to safety. Fight is a little bit segregated here as No-Tail's going to go to town on the Ogre Magi. They're just going to try to get this range rack. They can't kill this guy. It's so difficult. Swarm comes in. This could be Mega Creeps. The time-lapse again! And that is Mega Creeps. They can't do anything to this guy. He finally pops the Stone Gaze. There's the initiation from S4 onto Viper. They don't see him, though. See if Resolution Company want to get out of this. Terrorblade stuck in the backside. Gets off the Sunder at the last moment. AA ult will connect for the second time this fight. Madara will finally drop here, and that might be GG. 70 seconds on the deck. No buyback to speak of.
The Sunder onto the Bat Rider, and then he just gets time-lapsed.
Yeah, that's true. Nice. That was the time-lapse has been pretty sick, although it's much later than we expected here. Spartan, looks like the GGs will come out, and OG are your EU champions of the Captain's Draft 4.0 qualifier. They will be the 7th team to go to the LAN in Washington, D.C. What
very
a series.
Very difficult recovery for Mouse to try and make that game. It's very well played from OG. Not the easiest of strats, I don't think. Like, support Weaver
and then the double core of Bat Rider and the Brewmaster, where they're both like kind of hard initiators, all just trying to enable Rezo on the Medusa, but they definitely did that. I mean, he just farmed so much this game. He was basically non-existent for like 10 whole minutes while they were just running around the map getting kills, and then he came back into slot another 10 kills onto his hero. 18, 2, and 10 to finish it off, and Fly. The Static Storms, again, just absolutely fantastic. Made Madara completely useless this game.
Does it make you question at all the item build? No BKB on Madara?
I don't know. I don't know if you can afford to. Like, I get why. Like, he had to make up for the damage because there was none on the Viper. So I think it's just a tough situation. I think it's more like the outplay, just Fly playing very, very well.
Resolution goes 18-2, and much to his dismay, I will be giving the MVP to Fly. This is one of his. It's an inside joke for TI because Weehaw was always the MVP, and Resolution always wanted it. But with that. That is the end of the EU qualifiers, my friends. OG are your champions. They will be going to Washington, D.C. And we only have one more region to go, and that is China tonight. In a few hours, in fact.
That's exciting.
So stay tuned.